Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Good morning. It's probably 5 past morning, but that's fine. How are you, Haydar?
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes. How are you?
What's with the mask?
Well, that's the new laws, isn't it?
It is, yes. If you're going to be walking the streets or around people, it is the mask to wear. With the gym's logo, it actually looks quite cool.
Yeah, thank you. Well, can't you get the virus from the computer?
I guess if you've got the flu or the virus and you're touching everything, and then somebody else comes along and uses your laptop or keyboard, you might be able to trace it that way. But I'm not the chief health officer, and I don't want to be, mate. So I've got enough things to do on my plate. Good luck to those guys. I wish they would open up the gates so we can all go out to work, but not the case at the moment.
I think I'll take this off. I can't even breathe.
Yes, it is. It is actually quite difficult, as it was something we're not used to.
I know, mate. But it's very different these days, isn't it? Very different.
Yeah, we're going through difficult times, different times. So it's the pandemic's taught us a lot of things.
How are you coping, mate? How are you handling all these challenges?
There's a lot of things that we need to go through on a day-to-day basis. Our Melbourne franchisees, we need to make sure that we keep in contact with them, just to make sure that they're okay, that they're getting through. Keep the updates happening with what's happening coming through state government. I also look after, obviously, Geelong and Adelaide, who have got very little or no restrictions. So there's still a lot of work to do with those guys. And work both in Geelong and Adelaide is absolutely booming. So that's quite good. That keeps our minds refreshed and challenged. But we just want the Melbourne guys to come back on and hopefully soon. And we're expecting a massive, massive summer for work coming through.
And how is the leads at the moment? Are they down or are they up?
Well, Melbourne leads are still okay, surprisingly. People are still calling and wanting some services done. Obviously, the regular cleans are non-existent because people are afraid of having people over, but the compassionate leads, NDIS, end of lease, if someone is elderly, injured, not well, or can't do it themselves or are able to service them, we do make sure that our staff or franchisees have worker permits. So if they do get stopped, all the information is on that permit. But I don't think any of our guys have been stopped. So it's actually a good sign, yeah.
Well, good on you, mate. I've chatted to a few of your franchisees, and they're really enjoying your support in this time of need, I suppose, because you're not collecting fees at the moment, but you're still calling them and trying to help them as much as possible, making sure that their mental health is in order. And I really say well done to that and your team. You know, it's not an easy thing to do, but good on you. Look, we share the same office, so I see the kind of things that you're doing. You're still very busy. I don't understand. How do you find the motivation to keep doing what you keep doing?
Well, I don't know. I love sales. I love winning the person over. Recently, our inquiries for Melbourne have started trickling through. I'm guessing people are looking forward to the next 2 or 3 weeks when JobKeeper comes right down in income in terms of dollar value. Job seekers not enough for people anyway, so they're all looking for things to get into. So they're inquiring now for 2 weeks later. It actually takes 2 weeks to get somebody on the road because they need to hold the contracts for 14 days. So we're still doing the prep talk of talking to them, Zoom interviews, sending them out the information and trying to win them over. But yeah, I still want to drive the numbers, and I still want to make sure our numbers are growing. I think the biggest and the only thing that franchisors should think about is growth. Everything else takes care of itself. The advertising, the vans on the road, and all that sort of stuff. So if you can keep growing and keep growing on top of what you've got, the numbers, I think that your business will get healthier and better.
Well, I certainly agree. The business is about growth. Otherwise, you know, who who needs you? I'll do it myself. You know, supporting someone.
Yeah.
You know, I can achieve that, but getting growth is not easy. Now, every year, as you know, we set yourself some growth targets, and in January, yours was 44 sales for the year. And
Yep.
obviously, it's been a crazy year, and you're probably not going to achieve such a thing. What growth number are you at?
Sorry, I just spoke to Ali. I'm
Yes.
sorry to disappoint you, but we're at 52 at the moment.
Oh
So,
my God. They've
so
exceeded
maybe
your
the figures
growth
haven't
target.
filtered down to you yet. Yeah, we got 52 as of the start of the week, and I would love another 18 more to hit 70 for the year. And I'm going to push really hard with our advertising. We're doing a lot of Seek advertising. We're talking to franchisees because I'm sure every franchisee currently has a friend or somebody they know that's out of work, and we're
Yeah,
pushing for hard for referrals as well.
that is phenomenal. Look, let's not downplay this. So what you're saying is you have sold 52 franchises this year alone at
Yep,
around
since we're starting.
$30,000 a pop.
They vary between 25 and 30. Some of them are actually more than 30, and the majority ones are 25 for cleaning. Yeah, I will, if someone's half interested and I can push them over the line, I'd love to get them in and then support them with building their business. We don't believe this is a transaction; it's actually relationship. So we want to make sure that we help each and every individual come through and be successful. Some of them take a little bit longer than others, but we understand that not everyone's on the same wavelength. Everyone else has different business ventures, so we want to make sure that we help everybody, and that's why my team is so important. And as you're aware, Sharon does an amazing job, has helped my business grow massively in the last 5 years, and Kathy, who both are working from home, but still they're making those calls to franchisees, even if they're suspended. They're still making those calls to make sure that they're ready to go in a couple of weeks.
That's phenomenal. Would you happen to know what your conversion rate is from inquiry to sale at the moment?
I believe it's over 10%. So
Wow.
we did the figures for homework not long ago with Ali as part of our homework for franchisors, and I think it cost me a bit over $1,000 to sell a franchise in terms of advertising. So my answer to Ali was, I'm happy to invest $100,000 in advertising if I can get the next 100 in through the door. So we're looking
Wow.
at that. We want to make sure that we're on the right track, but
Yeah,
also importantly, we want to make sure that we help the franchisees coming on board and they're making money.
I understand. So where are you advertising these days to get your inquiries?
We do a lot with Seek. I think we do around 100 ads with Seek every month, and we refresh those ads every month. We have been
Yeah.
doing Facebook ads as well, and a little bit more with Google. We're going to advertise with Google as well because we think people are still looking for businesses on Google as well.
Yeah.
And I think our vans on the road, plenty of vans on the road, does it for us as well. And then the referral side of it. So it's not just one avenue to taking inquiries come through. You need to be out everywhere, and wherever you get it from is a bonus.
And how much do you pay spotters fee these days?
It varies to the area. If we're desperate looking for franchisees, we'll go hard and give $2,000 per franchisee. We've gone as far as $3,000. If we're really turning work away, we need to actually get that person in. So we'll have regular chats with our franchisees to say, look, we're really desperate. We're turning work away too much or too often. We've gone as $3,000, but generally these days it's $1,000.
Do you use our Bank of Jim's Cleaning checkbook?
Yes, I do, and I think
Have
you
you got
took
one
the
handy?
whole check. You took my checkbook off me last time. I remember you handed it to, or you showed it to someone. Was that? Have I got that checkbook back?
I can't remember.
Yeah, we
Did I
were
take,
on
were they
Zoom.
signed? Were they
They
signed?
was, unfortunately, they're signed, which means I've got to pay them now. So I need that checkbook back.
No worries. No, that's
But
fine.
that is very important. I think Nicole might have come up with that idea about 12 months ago. That is an excellent idea. It's already a checkbook that's signed. or a check sleeve that's signed, and you hand it to them. So it gives the franchisee incentive to find someone really quickly because the money's kind of dangling in front of them.
Exactly, mate. Good on you. Cool. Now, my prediction, Bill, unemployment is going to keep rising, and it's already at a very high number.
Correct.
And unemployment historically means that we get more franchise inquiries. So we're definitely in a very good position to, take our business to the next level. And I think already the Gyms Group has passed its 4,000th franchisee. I think it's 4,080 or something like that.
Yep.
So, this is a perfect time for us to put our energy and grow our business by making these sales that we're making. What advice can you give other franchisors in these difficult times in regards to sales?
I would say don't put barriers in front of yourself. Don't put hurdles in front of yourself. If someone has rang up because they want to buy a franchise, help them as much as possible, get them through the door. You're going to have a lot of people at the moment that don't have all the money. So do vendor finance. Help them out. If they've got majority of the money, give them 6 months or 12 months of not paying anything to keep their business going, because those are the sort of type of people that will refer a friend that's in the same boat. So not only will you win with one, but you'll also get another one come through the door. An inquiry is someone that's actually interested in running a business for themselves. So let's not turn these people away. Let's bring them through. Let's train them up. Let's help them become successful, and the numbers will just keep growing and growing. So that's the motto that we've had, and that's the way we want to keep going with our inquiries coming through.
Well, it's definitely working for you, mate. So in total, how many franchisees do you have under your umbrella now, or your wing?
I think we've hit 160. And it was only just recently I did 150 with Joel, the interview. But yeah, look, we're looking for a big 3 months to the end of the year. I would love to hit 180 by the end of the year, and then look at a massive 2021. So the pandemic, although it slowed a lot of progress down with a lot of things, I think it's going to open up a lot of new doors for people coming on board. There's a lot of industries that have shut down and are not opening, or opening up in lower numbers. And I think a lot of people just want something that's cheap entry in, which I believe 25,000 is cheap entry, and a supportive system where they're not going to get tapped on the shoulder and asked to leave when things go hard or difficult. So, and I think the cleaning industry will benefit greatly for it, and we want to make sure that we take everybody in for it.
Yeah, I agree, mate. People want to take control of their own destiny. Why be employed with someone that they can, sack you at any time? Be your own boss. It's the way to go, mate. The future, I believe, the cleaning industry and the IT industry. Coincidentally, I've just got into the IT industry.
Congratulations, yes.
Thank you very much. And I think we've just got our first sale, so it's only been a couple of days. So good luck to us, and a credit to my team here.
Well done. Fantastic.
So yeah, the IT industry, it's very much in demand, and obviously the disinfection industry is in demand. And you're a very smart person, because I've realised that you've added the disinfection product into your startup packages for your new franchisees, so they can hit the ground running with the chemical already ready to go. Why are you so smart like this? How did you work that out?
I just think, I just think that if we're going to provide the service, they need to have the chemical up front. It's not something that they should be asking for. And the product that you guys prepared down here, and I think Zeus was putting the package of chemicals together. And I just thought, while he's getting it, he needs to be trained in it, one. And two is he needs to have the product available. So when the client does ask, and there'll be a lot of clients asking now about disinfectant service, that he's going to have the chemical in his car ready to go. And I just thought, you know what, for the sake of whatever it cost, I think it was about $160. It's not going to hurt us too much after taking $25,000 of a franchisee, that we can throw something in and let him know, look, this is not part of the kit, but I actually want you to benefit from this, and I want you to look into it. And we're going to train you on it. And here's another avenue for you to make some more money. And by putting that chemical in there, I think it's just an added bonus. And franchisees appreciate that they're actually getting a little bit more support and help for them to make money for it. It doesn't hurt us.
It's definitely very, very impressive, mate. Should I be concerned that, you know, you're going to take over my job one day?
Nah, never. I think you made the comment downstairs at coffee break some time ago that we're here all together and we leave all together. So when you tell me you're ready to move on, I'm sure I'll put up the for sale sign as well. Because yeah, like I said in the last Zoom to both Joel and yourself, that it's actually enjoyment coming into this office. We have a lot of laughs. We always sit down for lunch. If I see that you're frustrated when I'm picking your brain, I just run to Ali's office and start with him. So I'm always kind of running in between offices just to see how I can improve my skills, because there's always something that you can learn from other people and people that have been there and done that. So there's never ending. So it's always good.
No worries, mate. Good on you. No worries. I don't want to hold you up too long. Have you got anything to add, pandemic-wise?
Yeah, I think this pandemic's taught us to have patience. It's taught us to stop and smell the roses. We kind of are always running at full speed. It's taught us to appreciate this business. This business is amazing, and you're not going to understand it until something like the pandemic hits. What I did have before the pandemic, I've got very little now. And I think once our franchisees realize that, hey, I've got a really good business here, I work my own times, my business is not going to tap me on the shoulder and say, look, mate, sorry, we're going to have to let you go. I'm in control of my own destiny. The pandemic's actually kind of woken us up to say, you know what, we've got a really good business, make sure that we do it really well, we look after clients, that's the most important thing, and just enjoy what you're doing. I think that's the most important thing too.
Very, very good advice, mate. That's awesome. All right, mate, thank you very much. Enjoy your day, and I'll catch you next time, okay?
No worries. Thanks, Haydar. Cheers, mate.